Hello everybody, my name is Bricky if you're feeling like an edgy teenager that has 1 or 4 knives, and I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today we're playing DBD, we're talking a little bit about Legion, and we're discussing all that fun stuff. Before I do begin that, I don't have any sponsorships or anything with DBD. I am not currently part of their Fog Whisperer program or anything like that, but I did want to show off some of the, I don't want to show off, I want to tell you, there's new skins, and they're kind of awesome, because as someone who really likes the Doctor, I kind of wanted to mention this, so just look at that. Just, I don't know, okay? Like, I don't have any obligation to show this. It's just really cool looking. I just kind of love it. And the Plague Doctor nose thing up here is super duper neat. And I might buy it alone just so I can put it on my current Doctor. Also, the Hag got a skin. It's all right, not my favorite. It's kind of cool if you want to have a fancier Hag. It looks like the Plague, if I'm being honest. But besides that, there's also a new one for Jeff, which is pretty nice. I gotta be honest, this is a really fancy looking Jeff. A lot cooler than that thing. And also, Kate and Claudette got some new ones. Kate's one is really nice. Also, she has a tattoo on her leg, which I never saw before. Maybe I just didn't notice it in her prior skins, but it looks really good. The hair and the shirt is all awesome. But Claudette's is actually my favorite. I really like the dress design she has on. It's just, I don't know, it's just really nice. No Claudette player is going to use this because it makes you stand out, and Claudette players only play her to, you know, make her as hard to see as a speck of grass, because stealth prestige 3 immersed Claudette is the thing nowadays. But either way, it is still a fantastic skin, and I really do like it. Anywho, with Legion on their way out, with Legion about to be replaced with a whole new thing, I thought, why not play a little bit of old Legion, because it's about time for rest in peace old Legion, as new Legion is making their way up into the game. I'm really excited for the new patch, if I'm being honest. Endgame collapse seems really cool. I want to get that new Spirit skin, because I love the Spirit, and I want to see it, and I want to use it. I like the idea of the dedicated servers maybe arriving soon, hopefully. I'm pretty sure. Legion rework, there's a lot. And it's exciting. Funny enough, I made a video about a week ago, maybe, give or take a little bit longer than a week ago, talking about the Legion rework when it was announced. And I took the hot take that it wasn't as bad as everyone was saying it was gonna be. It doesn't make the character good, but it makes them have counterplay, less frustrating to deal with, and gets rid of all their annoying exploits. No more Frank's mixtape cold dirt shenanigans, no more moonwalking BS, nothing like that. It gets rid of all of that. I took the hot take that it wasn't gonna be as bad as everyone said it was gonna be. Now that we've seen it in the PTB, I think I was kind of right. I don't want to be all like, I told you so, when we've only seen it on the public test beta, but didn't seem like it was the biggest destructive, oh god, this is terrible rework I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, it makes them a little bit boring, sure, and they're still not good, but it wasn't, oh god, I got Mount Ormond, damn it. It wasn't terrible, though. It gave them some counterplay. They seemed, I don't know, not so bad. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm the silly one. Maybe I'm the weird one, but it didn't seem too awful. I was all right with it. I always felt like Behavior had a bad habit of, instead of band-aid fixing characters, they wait way too long to do some kind of rework or some kind of change that may or may not end up actually working out. They did this with Freddy, they did this with the Hag, and overall I just feel like they spend way too much time trying to figure out what to do instead of just, I don't know, trying something. Oh, well, rest in peace. I wasn't even near you. Personally, I have a similar issue with For Honor, another game that I played, you know, a decent amount, that they don't actually do any major updates or anything, or perhaps more so just they don't do any kind of legitimate band-aid fixes until a big rework happens. A great example of this is Lawbringer. I love Lawbringer, but Lawbringer very obviously needed some more hyper armor as well as more stamina. The guy ran out of stamina like that all the time. Now, I don't want to be an armchair developer. I don't want to pretend like I know how games work and are balanced and stuff, but would it really have been too hard to just give some of his moves hyper armor and then increase his stamina pool a little bit? Is it really that big of like a change needed. It may not be as easy as just flipping an on and off switch, but I would assume that just changing his stamina pool or something wouldn't be too difficult. In terms of Dead by Daylight, I always thought the Hag could really have used 115% movement speed. At least until she got a major rework. I thought a 115 Hag would have been a nice change to just give her until she actually has a legitimate rework, then revert it back. I guess maybe that'd be a little bit more work than needed, but something, you know? Obviously, the Hag doesn't need 115 right now because the Hag is fine because they gave her rework, but it would have been a nice little band-aid change in the interim. I don't know, like, look at Freddy right now, right? Freddy has a certain time frame that you gotta hit in order to sleep somebody in the dream state, right? And I don't see the difficulty that would be created by just making it so it's a little bit faster. Freddy's obviously terrible right now, we all know that. And it takes, what, 6 or 7 seconds to put somebody asleep, give or take? Why not just make it 5? Not a huge change. You can do it with add-ons already, but why not just make it a little bit easier? I don't think it would break the character. I don't think it would make the huge difference in the effectiveness, but at least it would be something, right? At least it would be some kind of band-aid fix until the full rework comes out. Maybe it has something to do with console. Maybe because you have to have that certification for about a week in order to actually get your console patches through. Maybe that's the reason why it's not entirely super easy to just go ahead and flop something on there with no real remorse, I guess is the term. Damn it. That's hitting you. You're dead, kid. You're dead. Apex Legends is doing a very similar kind of thing where they're instead doing very small patches after lots of data, and I think it's kind of going to their detriment. Obviously, the games are a bit different, but at the end of the day, I would much rather have more consistent small patches because they won't like completely break the game than take a really long time for still kind of a small patch, technically. Damn it. Got him. They're a bit different of games, though. Apex has a lot less content than this game does because it's a BR game, one map, and only a couple characters, that kind of usual thing. However, still, I don't know. I'd like some more in-between things, some more mini fixes as time goes on. You don't gotta ignore Freddy for the entire time until you finally rework him. You can give him some small stuff. You know, and right now, the best thing I can think of is changing up the way, or maybe reducing the amount of time it takes to sleep somebody. That seems fine. For the Hag, before they reworked her, I was fine with the idea of maybe just slightly increasing the distance in which her traps could be teleported to, maybe make their trigger range slightly bigger than normal. I mean, with a Trapper, it was kind of the similar thing. Maybe just put more traps on the map. That's something. Maybe allow him to hold 2 base instead of 1. Or if they did do that, then give him an extra one. Give him a bag. Spawn him with more traps, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of values. Things like the ability to decloak and cloak with the Wraith. There's time-based things like that I think you could really change easily because add-ons already changed them. And those small tweaks could actually really help a character after some time. Ah, I got dead-hearted. I won't make that mistake twice. But then again, I am literally being an armchair developer right now. Like, I can't tell people how to balance their game because I don't know how it works over there. You know, I am an outsider looking in and telling them, hey, do this, even though I have no idea how it works. And honestly, if I was in their position, would I listen to me? Probably not. I don't know. I mean, I like to think I've got some okay ideas sometimes, but I'm not a game developer. I don't know the big picture. There's a reason they have an entire team of people, not just one guy spouting some nonsense. There's a reason there's a balanced team, not the balanced guy. Which I guess brings me all the way back to Legion once again. The new Legion, I'm okay with because it seems like he is just not as awful to deal with as he used to be, and that's all I really care about. I want to be able to not have a DC every single game. Oof. Should I take her to the hatch? You know what? I'll be a generous god today. I'll be a generous god. Let's take her to the hatch. I have no reason not to. We did have a DC and I am playing Old Legion, which is the worst thing ever. So why not? Here you go, Jane. This is what you get for having a fat ass. Anywho, New Legion, not great, a little boring, but way better to deal with, and honestly, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'll deal with that. Fine by me. No worries there. I mean, I felt like I was generally correct in saying that it wasn't going to be as bad as everyone says they were going to be. I think I was decently right about that. I don't know. I'm sure some of you probably disagree with me on that, but that's the beauty of opinions. I'm just glad they're not going to be a complete stain on the game anymore. You know, we're no longer going to have that character, because that character will now become the Doctor again. Yay. You know what? I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Yeah. That's the real hot shit right there. A little bit of a history lesson for you all. Did you know that the reason plague doctors have that really long nose is because they put incense in there in order to not breathe in the horrifying things that they were, you know, breathing in when they were working on patients and stuff. Or, you know, through the nose at least. So yeah, there's like incense in there, and that's why it's so long. Some history. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching this video. I'm excited to see the new endgame arrive on live servers real quick. And as a little bit of a treat for all of you who stayed to the way end of the video, if you want to pick up the Doctor's Shock Tea in the Bricky merch store, I'm gonna up the discount. We had a 10% discount code using the code ZAP, but as a little bit of a reward for you all watching all the way to the end, I'll up that discount code to 20%. So if you want to buy the Doctor shirt, use code ZAP, you get 20% instead of 10. So, woo! Thanks for sticking all the way through. You're very kind people. And I will see you. Wait, no, I have a new outro. That's right, I gotta do my outro. My name has been Brick. You're all beautiful people. The last video is on the left side of the screen right now. The next one will be on the top left, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.